So I'm here today with Dr. Robert Bean, and I've had a chance to meet before, and we talked about your background a little bit. And you're unique in that because of a combination of your academic background, you easily could have gone to medical school, you could have really done a lot of different things, and you chose to become a chiropractor because, as I remember at least, you had a chance to affect people's health right away.
That's right.
Talk about that decision process.
Well, a lot of it had to do with helping people. Sure, that was number one. But I think even more influential than that was when I actually went out to these different doctors and interviewed them. Just sit down with them, ask them to take 5 minutes with me and just kind of give me some ideas of what's practice like. Do they enjoy what they're doing? Do they look back on it with any regrets of choosing their profession? And quite honestly, it was the chiropractors who really swayed me towards that direction, because nothing against my medical physician friends and colleagues, they're wonderful. However, the ones that I met with, maybe it was just the ones that I picked, but they really weren't overly optimistic. They really didn't give me a lot of warm fuzzies. I mean, if anything, it was kind of like, yeah, make sure this is really what you want to do. And whereas the chiropractic folks that I met with were just really, really big energy, enthusiasm, excitement, welcoming back again and again, saying, just come follow me around for a while, see what I do, see what you think. And that was really quite amazing.
This morning, I spent an hour this morning at my age taking a hockey lesson. And I was taking the lesson with one of my really good friends, my defensive partner, who's a chiropractor, and he is always happy. And it was funny, this morning we're taking this lesson, and I look over at him, and the coach had just started working with us, and he had a big smile on his face. And I've noticed that I visit him at his practice. He really is a happy guy. Are all chiropractors? And now that I think about it, some of the guys I work with, Snowbird, are chiropractors, and they're always happy. Why? Have you guys found the key to happiness?
Well, I don't know if it's that or if it's just the one-on-one relationships that we have with patients, because we're not, from a real solid medical perspective, right? If you're seeing a patient and you want to help them, you don't want to see them again, right? If you're truly helping them, then the idea is, well, I don't ever want to see you again. Or perhaps maybe just for a routine checkup, say annually or something like that. Whereas as a chiropractor, because of the nature of what we do, it's not a one and done. There's just no magic adjustment that's going to cure somebody or solve all their problems. It's really a process. It's like trying to lose weight, or if you're trying to put on some muscle. There's some energy and effort that you've got to put into it, working with your doctor, working with different tools or techniques of the trade. So there's routine visits that happen. We're going to see somebody more frequent initially and start to trail off as they improve, as they get better. Finally, when they're stable, we can release them and only have them come back on an as-needed basis. But during that time, you really develop wonderful relationships with people.
Well, that's interesting. Let's go back to your background. So you grew up in the West.
Right, suburbs of Seattle.
And when you were younger, what were your thoughts? Did you think that I want to look at being a physician or a chiropractor, or what were your kind of early goals?
Initially it was a medical physician. I wanted to become an MD. And so that was my initial course of training. I went through all the pre-medical sciences, but it was really when it came down to picking schools is when I went out and actually started meeting with doctors in the field.
Where'd you go to school?
I went to the University of Western States. It's in Portland, Oregon.
Okay. So as you're growing up, were you an athlete? What made you tick when you were younger?
I tried to be an athlete. Okay, let's put it that bluntly. I played football, I ran track, I played a lot of soccer, I did a lot of beach volleyball and indoor volleyball, very active.
If I could go back, volleyball would be what I would.
Yeah.
What a great sport.
Oh, really, really fun.
And it's great for you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So you had injuries at this time. As you developed an interest in becoming a chiropractor, did you realize that chiropractic medicine is the way to go in many respects to help athletic injuries?
Yes. I did have a number of little injuries here and there along the way. And my parents did actually have a chiropractor that they saw periodically. And so on one of those visits, he says, oh, hey, well, lay down, let me check you, take a look at you. And so right there on the spot, he just, put me on the table, felt my spine, felt my back muscles, and was able to, give some type of a sort of like an example type of adjustment, or I can't remember what else. He had therapies in the office and different electrical modalities and other things that he could do to help patients. So I developed a short relationship with him, but nothing convincing. But
Because when you're 16 years old, you don't have the
sure.
same pain.
It was just an introduction, and quite honestly, at the time, I kind of thought it was a little weird. You know, it was kind of, he's putting his hands all over me. I'm like, this is different. but it was nice. You know, it was some kind of a physical treatment that I could stand up with and go, oh wow, yeah, that's better.